Hey gang, Scott here. I've got a new In the Field video coming up right now. Really quickly, if you've been enjoying In the Field videos, I'd like you to check out the In the Field ebook. It's something brand new on my store. I got 52 different tips for landscape shooters, things to keep you inspired, things to spark your creativity, and it's a tip a week for 2017. And it's a great way to show support for the show. Less than $10, you'll have it in your pocket. Hope you'll check it out. Thanks. This week in the field, shutter speeds to capture an angry ocean. Hey everybody, I'm Scott Davenport. Welcome to In the Field. Today talking about capturing motion in the waves and really more freezing things. The footage I'm going to show you today is from Cape Perpetua up in Oregon. And I've got another video that is specifically about shooting at Thor's Well, which is one of the popular places there. That's an exclusive one for subscribers to my newsletter, through my website. So if you're interested in that, pop on over to the website, check it out, and you get the free video. You get a bunch of other goodies there too. So let me first share some footage of this bit of shooting I was doing at Cape Perpetua and come back and talk about the camera settings and shutter speed in particular. So while I'm waiting for sunset to move back over to Thor's Well, doing a couple other compositions, I'm at this little chasm here. I think they call this the Good Hope Chasm, or it had good in the title. And I'm not sure what makes this one good and the one to the south dangerous, because this one's pretty beastly. There we go. So thankfully I'm at a safe distance where I'm just getting spray and not getting hit with anything. But even behind me, this churn here is really kicking up from time to time. You can see it's even spilling back on that back wall there. So pretty straightforward setup. I'm using F11, because I really don't need anything in the background. Quarter second to get a little drag on the water, and the quarter second is coming from the neutral density filter. You can kind of see there. I got a 4-stop in there, and that's giving me just enough drag so I get some nice waterfalls and enough of a drag to get some smoothness. But I do want to capture this really rough surf here, because this is pretty angry seas. All right, so freezing the motion. Wanted to capture the power of that wave as it hit those rocks there. Now, normally about 1/800th of a second will freeze motion, but I was shooting at a quarter a second, which is relatively slow. And the ocean just requires some experimentation. These were very choppy seas, and so that made it interesting, because in the midground and the background, because there was so much swirling going around, with a quarter of a second, a lot of things are getting very smooth. But then that pop of the waves right over the rock, that was still, it was moving fast, but it wasn't lightning speed where I was trying to freeze water droplets. I wanted a little bit of that smoother texture there, but still to capture the force of those waves. So that's really kind of where I settled on using the ND, and the quarter second kind of just resulted from that, but it was really all about getting a good balance between the scene. So I've got one shot that I came away with and processed that I like. It's nice. I think it's a nice mix of the force of that particular wave, but then there's still some good smoothness, and you still really have a good feel for the churn that's all happening around there in the midground and the background. Whole lot of stuff going on. So I think the tip of the week is for capturing motion, even though the inclination might be to use a very, very fast shutter speed, explore some slower shutter speeds. Slow, kind of in air quotes there, where we're not talking seconds or minutes, but 1/8, 1/4, which is relatively slow in the grand scheme of things. And what you may find is you'll get your main subject getting that nice pop that you're after, but you're getting a nice balance for the rest of the scene as well. And if you're interested in accentuating motion in one area of the scene, focusing on that. And if you get your shutter speed just so, you can avoid having to do a pretty, what could be a pretty gnarly blending job in post, trying to blend in a softer background around and in between little fingers of water. Much more difficult to do. So experiment with your shutter speeds when you're capturing motion and not just smoothing everything out. That is going to wrap it up for today's In the Field episode.
Hope you liked it. If you did, let me know somehow. Comments on the video, emails, questions. Love getting questions because those feed the idea engine. I'll share an answer with you usually in a day or so, and I might feature it on a future video. Certainly it becomes a two-way street, and that's what makes this the most fun, is when we're talking about photography together and it's not me talking to what is moving blankets, which you can't see right behind this camera. So until next time, my name is Scott Davenport, and happy shooting.